might as well start the slow singing and flower bringing because the NBA is toast. Now, obviously, you're going to have a lot of people that are in denial about it as far as the ratings plummeting in the wrong direction, of course. And most of the people that are hesitant to say that, yeah, the NBA is dying fast right in front of everybody's faces. The people that are in denial about it right now, those people have monetary gain to be had, for the NBA to at least be somewhat relevant. They can't, for them to admit it and put it out there, so because anybody that's paying attention at least a little bit, it's not just the All-Star game weekend and all the festivities that go along with that and all the changes that Adam Silver made with that, which is a bunch of nonsense. But everything that he's done since he's been commissioner is basically pushing the league in the wrong direction. He's letting these dudes just run right over him. Like he's just a speed bump. Not even a fresh speed bump. He's one of those speed bumps that have the little chunks of asphalt missing from it. Speed bump used to be an actual speed bump. Now it's just a slight divot in the road. And these dudes, and it's not just the All-Star game weekend. You got LeBron canceling at the last minute. And everybody know what it is. It's him pouting like he always do. It's him pouting to the refs. He won every call. You got clips online where like all the starters were looking at the refs, holding their hands up instead of going after the live ball. And shout out to whoever did that video because they stopped it right at that moment where everybody's got their hands up looking for a call from the refs. Instead of playing ball, they would rather argue a call instead of playing ball into the whistle. And then if you got something to say to the ref, then you go over there. But nah. And it's just sad that this is what it's come to. What is behind the NBA's falling viewership numbers? Come on, we're going to read it anyway. I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description box. This is a much bigger problem than the NBA wants to admit. And I predict within the next 10 to 20 years, there won't be an NBA. Not at all. Let's check this out. The NBA is reportedly suffering from a decline in viewership. Fans around the world have been chiming in to provide potential reasons for why fewer fans are tuning into live games via traditional media networks, with some noting that the rise in streaming platforms such as League Pass is partly the cause. However, other sections of the league's fan base are pointing to the declining product, such as too many 3-point shots, like the Boston Celtics shot diet, technical fouls being called for hanging on the rim, and a decrease in physicality. In truth, the reasons behind the league's declining numbers are likely highly varied and very nuanced. Still, the discussion has been rife over the opening months of the season, despite certain big milestones such as the Christmas Day viewing numbers. And that's bloated. Those numbers that they're championing, they're doing it from an angle. Because remember, the NBA used to dominate Christmas Day. Christmas Day came along, everybody knew, okay, the NBA about to get it popping. Let's check it out. Now the NFL bully foot they way in. Like, you know what? Move out the way. Like, like one of them stiff arms from Derrick Henry running down the sideline when he just palms somebody by their face mask and just sling them to the ground. That's the equivalent of what the NFL did to the NBA on Christmas Day. But a lot of that is the NBA's fault because some of the things is mentioned in this article, but it's bigger than that. These dudes make so much more money to play less games. They cry about everything and they barely want to play. And they don't give a damn about the fans. You just look at the overall attitudes of these dudes. That's why LeBron can cancel out at the last minute. Be like, nah, you know what? Nah, I don't feel like playing. That's why LeBron was the linchpin and why stars don't even participate in the dunk contest anymore. You know, I got to protect my brand. Your brand sucks because you're never on the court anyway. And that's all these dudes. I'm talking to and about all these niggas. Because at this point, man, fans is to the point where we like, man, fuck y'all. Straight up. Y'all don't care about us. We spending our money, time, and buying merchandise and shit like that. Well, shit, fuck it. That's the attitude y'all gonna have. We can just withdraw our support completely and watch how the shit starts to crumble without the fans. Because at this point, hey, if y'all don't care, why the fuck should we care? You know? In a recent episode of Boomer Takes the Nick Gelso, the veteran broadcaster and head of CLNS Media Network, shared his thoughts on the league's current ratings issue. He also dove into why the NBA could be misleading its fan base with its current reasoning on those tumbling numbers. Well, they're definitely misleading the fan base. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description box. You guys can watch that, you know what I'm saying, when you get ready. Because I just wanted to basically point out like what people are afraid to admit nowadays. And you're not going to be able to run from this truth like forever. Because people that grew up watching the NBA back in the 80s and 90s, you can tell the difference. Like the difference is blatant right now. You can tell the difference. The NBA is dead. Remember when Nas said hip hop was dead? People jumped all on him because they didn't understand the overall context what he was saying. And then over time, as the years went on, now you can see exactly what he was saying and exactly what he meant. And this is what the NBA is right now. It's a wrap for the NBA. Some people say 10, 15 years. I don't even know if they're going to be able to hold on that long. Because it's like, and you look at the, you know what I'm saying, Shaq, Chuck, Kenny, and Ernie, when they be breaking down the game, they be wanting to say some things, and the fans actually be knowing, you know what I'm saying, what they want to say. Because you can kind of tell, because they let it slip out every now and then about this game. But every time they critique a player or players, a team or whatever, they get called haters. All these old heads don't know what they talking about. They just mad, this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of the ultimate disrespect. All this money these dudes is making, you owe it to niggas like Chuck. You owe it to niggas like Kenny, Shaq. You owe it to them niggas. Ernie been around the NBA forever. You owe it to them. And to disrespect their opinions, like, oh, they opinions don't matter. And that's really how you feel about the fans, too. But you don't mind taking our money, do you? You niggas don't mind pocketing our money, do you? So what if the fans, just like y'all, giving us the middle finger, what if we be like, all right, well, fuck y'all, too? Now what? Y'all got y'all little deal this time around. This is the only mega deal y'all gonna be able to get out of it with this product, because this product sucks. Nobody wants to play All Star Weekend. The dunk contest is being won by a G League player who he comes up just to dunk, then he goes back down to the G League. I thought this was the most athletic and the best era of NBA basketball to exist. Y'all so trash. Y'all got a G League player out dunking y'all because y'all scared. Well, I don't want to damage my brand. Man, your brand is built on tissue snot. Maybe it should be damaged. Maybe you fraudulent altogether. That's why you can't play 82 games in the season. No, oh, my ankle's a little sore. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play for next couple of games. Give me a couple weeks, maybe a month. We'll see how I feel then. But you want more money, don't you? And through the years, usually I would not be on the side of the owners, but in this case, I definitely got to switch up and be on the side of the owners. As soon as y'all can get a lockout in the NBA, do it. These niggas want to disrespect the game like this, don't want to play 82 games, don't care about the fans at all. Okay. Well, you know what? Since you don't care, how about you won't get paid if you don't play? How about that? Do something about these guaranteed contracts. Maybe they shouldn't be so guaranteed. Maybe a monkey wrench need to be thrown into that shit. Because it's bad enough. All y'all want to do is run down the court and shoot threes. You don't want to play defense. You're scared to play defense because you think you're gonna get hurt. But as soon as it's time to play offense and shoot some threes, you're fine. Joel Embiid scared to play. No, he got 90-year-old knees, but you could catch him doing handstands in practice for no damn reason. Yeah, you pretty athletic, all right. What's gonna be the next excuse? Oh, got hyperextended elbow. The tendon in my elbow is kind of sore. What, from that handstand, the unnecessary handstand in practice you was doing? It's just, man, this is just a bunch of bullshit, and as fans, we shouldn't tolerate this shit no longer. Because it's not like the game is getting any better. The game is regressing rapidly. And that's what the numbers is really showing, that they don't want to talk about. They're scared to talk about it, but that's just the fucking facts. The NBA not going to be around much longer. In my opinion, it's already on life support. The NBA is in hospice right now. And a lot of people scared to admit it because a lot of people still eating off the NBA, eating off the carcass formerly known as the NBA. But no matter how long you guys want to deny it and avoid the uncomfortable conversation that eventually somebody gonna have to talk about it eventually. And when that uncomfortable conversation is forced to be had, at that point in time, it's gonna be way too late. It's gonna be a wrap at that point. All because in the time frame that you could have did something about it, you chose not to, and or you made some dumbass decisions thinking that, oh well, let's try this. Let's just throw some shit against the wall and see what happens. This I'm sure this will help. You'd rather experiment and do a bunch of dumb shit that's not gonna help anyway. It's gonna make the situation a lot worse. And it's going to speed up the process of the NBA just flatlining. So that's why I'm saying it's over for the NBA. RIP.